Turn me up. This is
coming to you from the heart of the Pacific, brought to you by Paulie by Design.
Respected at all times.
Broadcasting from San Francisco, California, the city by the bay.
It's about to go down.
We shine on positive Pacific Islander role model every Sunday.
Party on a Sunday.
From 10 a.m. to noon, it's time for the iconic Faika podcast with your hosts,
Listening to
Naki and Carl.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It is June 28th, Season 4, Episode 22 of the Faika Podcast. I'm Carl, one of your hosts. Your other host is here. Good morning, Naki.
Good morning.
And today we are going to do our check-ins. I don't know how many consecutive shows without a guest, so you can check us on Tuesday for our guest because everybody wants to come on the midweek show. Today, in the first hour, we're going to talk about a lot of the community-based organization events that are going on in the Bay Area and beyond. We are going to talk about some of the items in the news, and that is us. If there's a second hour, it will be the same topics. Naki, what went on for you this week?
Good morning. So real quick, shout out to Nellie Rodriguez checking in from Washington.
Nellie.
Good morning, Nell. Evie Foley, who's checking in from National City.
Good morning, Auntie.
Anginga Lake, good morning. And Moses Moley. If we can ask you guys to share the page, just because. This
Mo's
week,
tuning in all the way in from...
Upstairs. This week was crazy busy. I worked Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and so I worked 12 hours and then drive home. So I'm pretty much gone like 14, 15 hours of the day. But I love this shift because then I'm off Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And so this week, good morning, Adele. Adele is on.
Adele.
Good morning,
Say
Adele.
Good morning.
So yesterday we did a drive-by to Grandma Ipo. She's our sister Ipo is becoming a grandmother, and her daughter is going to have a baby, Fia and Dante. Congratulations!
Did they do the gender reveal yet, or are they doing that thing?
Yeah.
Is that still a thing?
Is that a thing? Did they do a gender reveal? I don't think so.
I don't even know if that's still a.
It is a thing.
Is it? Okay.
It's a thing. So we dropped by the baby shower to drop a gift, and we couldn't stay because our immune systems are compromised, and so social distancing was not going to happen with especially me.
We'll just accept that. We don't put ourselves in that situation.
Yes. So I got to see Sister Nani and Sister Ipo and my boyfriend Neo.
Cooking as usual.
He was cooking, and so it was in Oakland. And I seen pictures of after we left, and
were you right or wrong about the social distancing?
I was spot on. I was pretty spot on. You know, we're Pacific Islanders. You know, so we stopped by, gave Grandma Ipo a big hug and a kiss, dropped off our gift, stayed and talked for like 10 minutes, and then we seriously were out. I wanted to stay longer, but just because of health reasons, I could not. So I was grateful just for the 10 minutes that we had there. And then after we left, we went to... okay, if you're into burgers, the best burger place ever.
Good job bringing us up.
A+ Burgers in Oakland on Telegraph. We called our order in and went and picked up our food. They have the best burgers. No lie.
The bread is amazing.
Everything.
It's not just a
really
bun
good.
that they store bought or something, or if it's store bought, then it's not the kind I've ever had. They have all kinds of different burgers, so you have that selection. It's that kind of a place, and not only are the burgers amazing, but the fries The fries are like every bit about that burger experience. The service, they got our burgers wrong for the first time.
Yeah,
the first
but it
time
was
they had
still
onions
good.
on there, we'd ask for no onions. But
Yeah.
out of all the times we've been there, and I'm glad I don't know how many times we've been there because I'd be a little
it's
embarrassed.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Let's put it this way: we can get straight there from our studio in South City without making a wrong turn.
Yeah, so A+ burgers is, I had a California burger, which of course comes with avocado, bacon, tomatoes, and lettuce, and their fries are so good. They're so crispy. It's like, I don't know, I like crispy fries. So.
It's interesting because they're like, some places will have fries and they're like chips. They're just fried too much.
Yeah.
And these aren't those. They're like crunchy on the outside,
Yes.
soft in the middle.
Right.
Congratulations to Sister Naki because she's coming off a 10-day cleanse.
Yes.
She gets in there and she doesn't even eat the whole burger.
Right.
Doesn't eat all the fries.
Right.
Maintain portion control. So I was proud of you. Me,
Yeah.
I ate the whole thing.
Yeah. So I was on a 10-day cleanse, and I literally, the first day of food was Saturday. And so Mo made me breakfast. He made suafai, which was so good, the best. And then I went 11 days. Today's day 12 with no coffee. No coffee. Can you die? I know my sisters know that. Every morning I have to have a cup of coffee, and I'm on day 12 of no caffeine.
And more impressively, every one of her kids survived.
Yes. And so Sister Adele is saying that Fia wants to wait until the baby is born for the gender reveal. So thank you, sister.
Okay.
We have Tammy Rodondi. Hi,
morning,
Tammy.
Tammy.
Thank you. Checking in from Oregon. We'll talk about her sister and her niece in a little bit. And then Sister TT checking in from...
Morning, T.
She's checking in from Vacaville. Monica Malio checking in from Texas. Thank you, Texas. Afi and Talanga Elisaya. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, brother. And so, yes. Okay, our producer is flagging me down. She's saying crazy shit to me. What was I talking about? I was on a 10-day cleanse, 10-day smoothie cleanse. So I have a smoothie for breakfast, a smoothie for lunch, and a smoothie for dinner. And then in between, I can have carrots, crunchy vegetables, carrots, celery.
Broccoli? Is that crunchy?
Yeah, I can, if it's raw. If it's raw.
Okay.
Yeah. And so I had carrots and celery up the yin yang. And then hard boiled eggs, I had those. And then like by day 6, I was kind of like just one egg or 2 eggs a day. But I felt really good afterwards. Like I was trying to get rid of this bloating feeling that I have. And after day 5, I was really like done because the bloating feeling was done. But I stuck it out. I'm on day 12 and no coffee. So let's see how far and how long I can go. Jordan Fihaki.
Check this out.
Look at Carl's
Check
shirt.
Jordan
Fihaki. Wayfinders. Go follow him on Instagram. He is a Pacific Islander entrepreneur. We always say shop Pacifica before you go outside the realm. Good morning, Pep. Pep Malabai is watching, checking in from maybe South San Francisco. So Phyllis, good morning, Phyllis.
Morning, Phyllis.
Phyllis Barber Morton, telephone from 29 Palms.
Ooh, the
good
desert.
morning, Phyllis. So I did the 10-day cleanse, and then Saturday was my first day to eat. I had suafai in the morning, which was amazing. It's my favorite. My kids like cocoa rice better. I'm a suafai girl. So then we went to the baby shower, we stopped in, and then we left and we went to A+ Burgers. Do you hear me? A+ Burgers.
Wait, you didn't just say that Mo makes better suafai than your mom, right?
I just did that.
Oh,
I just
wow.
did that.
Is she
No,
home?
he doesn't. My mom makes the best suafai in the world, right? Doesn't everybody's mother make the best suafai? So my mom makes the best suafai, but Mo is
Good
like
catch.
this close. He's like so close. And then Mena makes a good one too. She's made it a couple of times. My daughter Mena made it a couple couple of times. Mena is our producer dash director dash
She's
daughter.
like, remember Cordell Stewart Slash because he did so many things?
Yes.
Mena is Slash. She
Mena's
does
like
it
a
all.
Jamaican. Mena's like a Jamaican. She got
Get
50 million
15 jobs.
jobs. Yeah.
She'll catch the dog before the dog knocks the camera over.
Right.
As she's producing the show and has one hand on the laptop, she can catch Sunga before Sunga knocks the camera over.
Yes. So, thank you, Mena. But we ate plus burgers. We had a California burger, and then I ate half and brought it home, and my little one ate it. And so they really have really good burgers. I encourage you to at least check it out once. Oakland on Telegraph. So that was Ipo's baby shower. She's going to be a grandma soon, and so congratulations to Fia and Dante. Thank you for inviting us and being a part of that. Lisa Raty, my niece. Good morning, Lisa.
Good morning, Lisa.
So every morning, yes, I try to catch every morning. There's a Bible prayer group with First Lady Audrey and Pastor Maverick Tufuli. It's every morning at 6 a.m. And you don't even have to belong to the church. You can be of any denomination. It's open to everyone, and it's just prayer from 6. It goes from 6 to 6:30, and in the beginning we check in and see how everybody's doing, and then we go into prayer. And it's usually they ask for 3 people to pray if you want to. And then the First Lady Audrey sings in the beginning worship, which is my favorite part, which I say every week.
She not only sings, she sings. She
doesn't
really well.
sing; she sangs. That lady sangs.
Yeah.
So, and then Pastor Maverick plays the guitar. Let's not leave that out. And so he does a good job. But it's every morning from 6 a.m. and it literally goes from 6 to 6:30 right now.
Right.
So like the first 10 minutes is checking in, and then praise and worship, and they preach in Samoan and in English, so it's not limited to just Samoans. If you're a Pacific Islander, I'm sure you're welcome to join the prayer group. Get a hold of me and I will give you the Zoom ID link and password. And then right after that, my family does a Bible study because we're all trying to learn the Samoan language. Brittany Alfu!
Good morning, Britt. Good morning, Salt Lake.
Brittany Alfu is our Utah team. So every after the Bible class, my family has a Bible study class, which my mom is teaching. And what we're really trying to do is teach our family how to speak Samoan. And every person always says, "You want to learn how to speak Samoan? Read the Bible." So, and I always thought, "Oh, that's crazy." My whole life growing up, I thought that was crazy, but here I am learning how to speak Samoan we read the English verse and then we read it in Samoan, and you kind of connect the words together. And I have been gone because I work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, so I can't be part of the Bible study. So I joined in Saturday morning, and everyone has improved like 100%. 100%. Because like we're beginners. Good morning, Audrey. Audrey checking in from down south. So everybody is a beginner. And I love that when I joined in, and I hadn't been there for most of the week, like my brother Chach, who is a beginner. He's doing so good. He's enunciating every single letter, which is the key in the Samoan language, and he knows all the vowels. The key is you have to know the alphabets, totally.
You, Flo, and Nelly are not beginners. The rest of us are beginners.
No, you're not even a beginner.
No. When I had to run the thing and you weren't there, I found out how much of a beginner I am. But yeah, big shout out to Pastor Fa'aleava with his class last year. We took 2 classes with him last year. And the big thing that we took away from that is you have to pronounce every vowel.
Yes.
And if you don't, it just seems like I would get lost. I would see a big word and I'd be like, and then kind of guess at it or just trying to blur through it. Pronouncing every vowel, and you can see the progress of all of us in class. People that we're not guessing anymore. We're just slowing down, saying the word, and it sounds, it doesn't sound the way that you hear it spoken by people that speak it because you're just sounding it out. But it sounds right. You just then the flow will come later.
Yeah.
But, the pieces are starting to come together. When I was following along, I can't remember. Somebody in the class was reading it in English, and I was looking at it in Samoan. and I was starting to piece things together. So things are coming together, and it, really all of this, all the learning has to do with people in the community, Pastor Fa'aleava, your mom, you know what I mean? It's people in the community coming together. These aren't formalized classes. They're not from, the university of whatever. It's family, loved ones, and the community teaching each other. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's so what was I saying? So that's the key for me is pronouncing every single vowel. And so yes, we're reading the Bible, but it's teaching us how to speak Samoan. So I'm grateful. Mm-hmm. And then good morning, Brother Aitu Sailele. Good morning, Larry Duenas with Chelu Car Club. Good morning, brother. Christopher John Carr. Good morning. Happy Sunday. Gail Selinga. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. If we can ask you to share our podcast, share. And then, what else? What else did we? We did. I was real brief. I just want to touch on this because it's crazy. Like San Francisco was supposed to reopen tomorrow. And since people started going crazy, ended up at beaches and then parks with no masks. The numbers are not steadily. They're rising. Flying. They're rising like crazy because COVID-19 is what I'm talking about. The numbers, like just in one day in Sacramento, like they had 168 new cases, and every day California is rising. So San Francisco will not be reopening tomorrow because of the cases, COVID-19 cases that are rising. And so Mayor London Breed shut it down. The businesses that they thought would open tomorrow are not opening up. I just want to give her a big kudos because she was the one that started shutting down she shut down San Francisco first, and then all the other counties followed after, which I think it helped lower the numbers for her shutting everything down. So big kudos to Mayor London Breed. Katarina Tungyai Toms, good morning. We'll be talking about you like in a minute or two. She's on our agenda. Brother Ricky is on. Tayal Manuia, brother. Have a good Sunday. Thank you for tuning in. If we can ask you to share. So the numbers are going crazy for California, and we're just asking you, if you're going to go out, at the very least, wear a mask.
Socially distance and wear your mask.
Socially distance and wear your mask. Wash your hands. We all got to get out and go grocery shopping or go to work or wherever you need to go. Make sure, please, that you wear a mask. And it's really to protect you from me.
Yeah, I think early on, Dr. Samoa said this, that the most effective tool we have against this is socially distancing.
Yes.
Keep apart. Give yourself enough space to be safe. Nothing's changed. That's still the most effective way to fight the coronavirus. We don't have anything. I mean, getting infected is one end of it. A cure is the other end of it. We don't have that other end of it. So the best thing to do is be safe. Wear a mask. And socially distance from each other when you're in public, and that's the best shot you have at it. I mean, that's the way that's
the only.
Naki and I were thinking about it yesterday. Was what's the best way to put ourselves in a position to be safe? We still showed our love to Ipo, you know what I mean? But we didn't put ourselves in a position to be unsafe.
Yes.
So it's not a panic, into the world, crazy, lose your mind. Kind of thing. It doesn't have to be that way, but just from the beginning, if we go back to the beginning of what the experts said, they said the most effective way is to socially distance. So social distancing and your mask is the best way to do it.
Yeah, Gail Famwina Silinga, she said that's crazy. Rising here in Texas as well. Gail, let me tell you that Texas has the highest numbers in the country. Texas and Florida have the highest numbers. They're growing like 5,000 cases a day. So yes, Gail, please wear your mask. Texas and Florida and California, it's crazy. So we just, if you take nothing away from this show today, wear your mask.
And Arizona. So if you think about that on the map of the United States, they're just rolling along from Florida, then it was in Louisiana, now it's in Texas and Arizona, starting to hit Southern California. These are, it's happening. And a lot
Right.
of people, there is a thought out there that, well,
Right.
we're doing way more testing because, of course, there's more cases.
Yeah.
There's also more people in the hospital. So
Yes.
if it's just testing and it weren't anything else, then there wouldn't be more people seeking treatment.
Yes.
It's worse. And again, this isn't something that we're trying to instill a sense of panic in
Right,
anybody. It's just
right.
let's be educated about the decisions. We
Yes,
make.
and it's the smallest thing you can do is wear a mask and social distancing. I
Right.
just wanted to say hi to Sia Mangel. Good morning.
Morning, Sia.
Thank you for all. She says thank you for all you do. I've been following and decided to watch you guys. I love the message you bring to the platform. Thank you, Sia. Yvette, sister,
Yvette. Go
hi,
Steelers.
love you. Oh, stop. Phyllis is saying, so yes, social distancing and wash your. Mask. I know we all have funerals that we need to go to, and because we're PIs, we gather like crazy. If you have it in your soul to go, wear a mask. You're protecting yourself and your loved ones.
Well, your masks
Yes.
and social distancing, you control
Yes,
that. That you
yes.
control.
Yes, you control that. So mask, and wash your hands and social distancing. That's all we ask. I know we're PIs and that's what we do, and we greet each other. We kiss each other on the face and we hug and we're going to pass it on that way. I know it sounds awful, and how do you unlearn that? But just protect yourself and your family and just wear a mask. And so Anthony Masoli is on. Good morning, brother.
Anthony. One of the things that on the COVID-19 National Town Hall, there was the Ely family that talked about that. And
Yes.
Doing those things to protect not only yourself, but your family really hit home when his mom was talking about, when Peter Ely's mom, was on talking about being on a ventilator.
Yes. Yes.
She was sharing her journey with COVID-19 and to have it, spread through the entire house. It was probably the most powerful moment of that town hall.
Right.
When you had him talking about the role that he was playing with both the people that were infected and not infected,
Right.
and then having to take care of, his mom talking about the ventilator. That really hit home.
Yeah.
And that's what can happen with a Pacific Islander family that's all under the same roof.
Right.
It's probably going to affect the entire family. So if not for yourself, think about your family, think about your aunties, your uncles, the people that are in have compromised health.
Right.
Help protect them too.
And one of the things that I loved from the COVID-19 town hall was that Dr. Malik Fuimono, who is out of Washington State, he's a doctor, front lines. He's treating COVID patients, and he said the worst thing that really got to him, because PIs were family oriented, is that COVID patients that get admitted into the hospital, your family can't come see you.
Right.
They can't come visit you. They can't nothing. So this patient is in the hospital alone. And then he said the killer part was that not only can the families, he said he hated that the families couldn't see the patients, but it was for their own good, but that the only time the patients could come inside the hospital to see their loved ones was when the person had passed away. And that broke my heart. I can imagine not seeing my loved one, and then the last time I see my loved one is when you admit them into the hospital, and then the next time you see them is to go say goodbye to them.
There were stories of that
broke my heart.
where people were dropping, because they couldn't go into the ER, right? So they're dropping their family member off literally at the door, and then there's people there that won't let them in, and that's the last time they ever saw
Right.
their loved one was, getting out of a car
Right.
and walking into a hospital. I think
Yeah.
I got the name wrong. Is it Pese Ely? Or was it
Pele. Ili.
Pele Ely? Okay.
Yeah, so that was our COVID-19 town hall. If you want more information, go over to the Pacific Islander COVID-19 response team's Facebook, and you'll see the town hall there. They recorded it live, and then we had the honor of being a part of it,
Right.
along with Joey Kinga from Island Block Radio. So if you have a phone, which I know you do, go download the Dash app and follow Island Block Radio.
There was powerful information in that
Yes,
presentation.
yes,
Go to that
yes.
Facebook page. and look at the presentation, there's data that applies to us. There are stories that apply to us.
Right.
There's information about regional help, regional resources that applies directly to us.
Right.
So check that out. There's information in there that can help you.
Right. So, and that's my spiel on COVID-19. Just because I'm a person with a compromised immune system, I want everybody to be safe. And if you're not protecting yourself or you don't have a mask, I can't even talk to you. So, and I'm a people person. I hug and kiss everyone, but with this COVID-19, it's for my safety and your safety. Because
you think about like what we did yesterday. We showed up early because we know that Pacific Islanders don't show up on time. So we were actually there right on time, which is way early. Nobody was there.
Yes.
For the most part. We dropped off our gift.
Yeah.
You said hello to everybody.
Yes.
And we're still safe. So we still showed the love for the person that we want to show the love for, but we put ourselves in a safe position to be, and not, we know if we show up 2 hours after the start time, it's going to be packed.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not going to be able to walk in and out without, being unsafe.
Yeah, so we showed up on time because I knew
there.
I know my people. My people are not going to be on time, so we showed up at 3, and of course we were right. It's Saturday. We sleep in, even though the shower started at 3. But I seen pictures afterwards. It looked beautiful. It was a paint party, so that is my good morning, Fia. Good morning, Fia. If I can ask you to share the podcast, and just because, so reopenings, Fia from Washington, Bellingham, Washington. So thank you. So that was our COVID-19 spiel. Also, the census 2020. I know, right? It's still going on because we were so way undercounted for census 2010 that we missed out on resources. We missed out on everything.
We've always been undercounted. Before 2010 we were. Before 2000 we were. Every year we're undercounted. We'll probably be undercounted again this year, but we need to get better at it every time it comes out.
We need our numbers to be counted. We need to be counted. There's resources that, your tax money has paid for, or, there's scholarships that could be just geared for Pacific Islander kids or Pacific Islander businesses or Pacific Islander anything.
There's funding that comes out. So one of our favorite programs to promote, and this will probably segue right into it, is PIYA.
Oh, yes.
PIYA is ran by a community-based organization, SCDC, and SCDC receives funding from the state, from the city, from the federal government, and these are all based on SCDC's ability to say there is a population out there to serve. If there weren't numbers for SCDC to point to of people to serve in San Francisco, there wouldn't be all of the services that they have. So there's a good example of even being undercounted. It at least partially helps fund programs like SCDC and other community-based organization. And there's a ton of people in or from the Bay Area that went through PIYA that benefited from it, and are one of our own family members.
Right. So Pacific Islander Youth Alliance has a summer program online. Join their 6-week program. I don't know what week they're on, but you should join. Register at tiny.cc/PIYA 2020. They've been teaching the kids how to sing Samoan songs online, which I love. And our Moana Malona has joined the class, and she was highlighted this week. PIYA wants to. It's their newsletter, the SCDC PIYA virtual summer newsletter. And this week they have highlights, and they tell you about week 2, and then they have announcements. And this week they highlighted PIYA wants to recognize Moana Malona from Vallejo. Thank you for constantly showing up and participating in every video. We appreciate you, and she's doing a great job. So thank you, SCDC, for all that you do. do and for teaching the kids our culture and our language and
For years.
songs.
Decades.
Auntie John does a great job there. So, and Patsy Tito, are you kidding me? Patsy Tito, Auntie John, Yvette Monmea, Tito, what?
Tino.
I was like, Tino, and Lynn, Pilisoma. The whole group there, Mary Lynn, Val, Karasoma, who else is up there? Sam. All of them. They're doing a great job. And because of COVID-19, they've been doing a great job getting on social media and sharing everything and teaching and just, they're doing a great job. So go. If you need, also, if you're in San Francisco and you need essentials, they have an application, short application, on SCDC's Facebook page. Fill it out and they'll try to get you what you need. And if you're not in San Francisco, they will still try to connect you to the right people.
There's a good example of the census numbers at work. Is all the work that we just talked about is available in part, at least, by funding that comes from numbers that are based on the census.
Based on the census. So we need you to fill out your census 2020. If you've lost your mail, or I know you threw it away. If you threw it away, go online to census2020.ca.gov. Look at me, I memorized that shit.
Don't even have the words
Census
in front of
2020. Go fill it out, and there's a space where if you don't have your number, you can still fill out the census. There is a box there where it says race. If you don't see your Pacific Islander nationality or race, there's a box there. Write it in, type it in, and that way we can be counted. And you have until October 14th to fill it out. Please, I encourage you. We are missing out on resources and people in the Senate, or is it the Congress, whatever.
Oh, congressional seats.
Seats. There you go. Good morning to Linda Massoli.
Morning, Linda.
Good morning to Mem Lesau. Good morning, Mem is checking in from San Diego this weekend. Linda from Daly City, California. Go follow Linda on Facebook. She's with Legal Shield. I think she's www.massoli.net. Correct me if I'm wrong, sister.
I think you got that.
But yeah. Tammy was saying yesterday her brother went to social distancing. Her brother went to the grocery store and somebody told him that his cologne smelled really good. And he turned around and without missing a step, he put his hand up telling the person he's too close and kept walking. That sounds like Ricky anyway. So yes, good morning. Oh, good morning. Thank you, Sia. So, yes, Linda said I got it right. www.massoli.net. Go check her out. She can help you with some legal issues if you're having any. If you need a will to be drawn up. If you need, what is that medical thing that you don't want to get? What is it? You don't want to get resuscitated. What is that? Living will. Is that it?
I think you're talking about living will.
Yes, living will.
So you're literally talking about a DNR. Do not resuscitate.
Yes, do not resuscitate. Do not resuscitate. I was like, boom, boom. And there you go.
You can't get a DNR from Linda Massoli.
Okay, well, whatever. They got legal paperwork. She'll draw it up for you. If you need help with your real estate or something's going crazy. Somebody hit your car. Look her up. She'll help you. So we're going to go to break. And did we read something? I did the census. I did Pacific Islander.
And this is the way we do, right? We just bounce all over the place. We have, we're good. We're good for break.
Okay. Let's do Fangongo real quick before we go to break. Fangongo Samoa is put on by Samoan Solutions. This is a play written by Sia Fagel. Oh, it's called Advanced Healthcare Directive. I knew she was going to correct me. Thank you, sister. Fangongo Samoa is presented by Samoan Solutions. This is a play written by Sia Fagel, produced and adapted. You finish that. I don't know why I'm reading it.
Welcome to the Faika podcast. Whangongo o Samoa is produced and adapted by Samoan Solutions. It's happening July 10th and 11th of this year. That is not a long ways away. That is weeks away.
Right.
Show details will be announced soon, so follow Samoan Solutions on social media outlets, Facebook and Instagram. Made possible by the generosity of the San Bruno Community Foundation. There's another good example of the
Yes,
census.
see?
The foundation, if Sisters Epi and Fanga were to go to the San Bruno Community Foundation and say there are 13 people that we want to put on a play for, they'd say, well, why would we fund that? But that's not the case. Congratulations to Samoan Solutions for continuing. I think they're coming up on, or have already done 10 years with the Turkey Trot.
Yeah.
And then the Luanai Scholarship is almost 10 years, or at 10 years.
And they actually gave away their scholarships this week.
Right.
So congratulations to all the recipients.
Right. And the staying power of community-based organizations, they come and go, but not Samoan Solutions. They're here. We're talking about really two different organizations, SCDC and Samoan Solutions, that have been here for a long time servicing the community.
Yeah. So shout out to Big Sean and Lenny Star. Ungai Tafa. Hey, good morning. Happy Sunday. Alena Malai, good morning. Happy Sunday. Thank you for tuning in this morning. We're going to go to a break right now. And the song is... Okay, we do a podcast, let me just tell you, and I have to pause between shit because we have to edit it out. So
the pause should have came before you said we're going to go to a break.
Oh, okay, let me pause again. Okay, we're going to go to a break right now, and our first song that we're going to play is new Heya. Higher Than the Clouds. I love this song. Check her out. Go follow her on everything. And someday Mena's going to play this song because she loves us and she's everything.
She's from Hawaii, right? Anuhea?
She's from
Hawaii. She's
Hawaii.
Hawaiian, at least.
She is Hawaiian from Hawaii.
From Hawaii, too.
Anuhea. And we're back.
Awesome.
Okay, whatever. We're back. That was Anuhea with Higher Than the Clouds. Pause. Anyway.
So this is exactly what I was afraid of happening on the National Town Hall, because we're not worried about our own show. Like if we mess up and we start laughing and we don't make any sense, it's our own show. This is exactly what I was afraid of on the Town Hall, that we were going to start cracking up about something.
Right.
Good time last few minutes.
Yes. Natalie Asun, good morning. Gloria Ortega, good morning, Glo.
Gloria.
So, where were we going with this? If you missed last, part of the show, we do a podcast. We really go Facebook Live just because, I don't know. And then we record the podcast and upload it on our Faika app. And so we have to pause between songs so we know where to cut out songs and
that are
stuff.
Copyrighted.
And so I was pausing at wrong times. Anyway, we talked about numbers rising, COVID-19. California numbers are skyrocketing is the reason why. Mayor London Breed has shut down reopening tomorrow, which I'm sure other counties are going to follow. Texas and Florida, crazy high numbers. So we went all over that, through that. We just are asking you, the very least, at least wear a mask when you go out. Governor Newsom has... he's made it mandatory for if you're going to be out in public to wear a mask, and wherever you go, wear a mask is the very least that we ask you. In social distancing, wear a mask, and the mask is to protect you from me. My immune system is compromised, so I need you to, I don't know.
It's to protect the other people.
Yeah,
it's not to protect you. It's to protect the other people.
If I'm wearing a mask, I'm trying to protect me or you from me, from all my germs. So if you have a mask on, I won't get your germs. You won't get mine. So there you go. Tuesday we were busy. Tuesday we had our midweek. It's not even midweek. We just had Tuesday Faika.
Midweek sounds better.
Okay.
We call it midweek, but it's on Tuesday.
It's on Tuesday, and then we had Katarina, Tongyai, Toms, and Elizabeth Ellis, Tongyai Elizabeth Toms Ellis, and Katarina is a counselor and has been in the Oregon school system. Her daughter as well is a teacher for the Tualatin High School. And so we had them on because they are Pacific Islander educators, and they're doing a great job up there. We spoke to them on Tuesday. They have tons of stuff going on, but we wanted to highlight them because, again, we always push and promote positive Pacific Islander role models. And we're not only are we athletes and actors, we're educators, we're entrepreneurs, we're community leaders. So we had Katarina and her daughter Elizabeth on. And Tammy, who I went to high school with, that is her sister and her niece. And so Tammy is a follower, and I love Tammy because she really supports.
She does, and I love the way that we got our guests is referred by listeners or people that we know or people that we come into contact with. So if you're listening and there are people that we have not profiled that you feel should receive that spotlight, we're all about that. Let us know, let Naki know, let me know, hit us up on Facebook, do it however. But this is exactly the way that I love to get guests is people saying, hey, you should really talk to so-and-so because they're doing this. One of the things that really touched me about their story was it started with the grandfather or the father.
Yes.
You know what I mean? He said, you're going to go to college, and he said it growing up and just said it. So that was what she felt was that's what she was going to do. There was no other way about it. And then that's generational now.
Yes.
You know, it's generations after him are still receiving higher education. So I really like that piece of it.
Yeah, so so if you haven't watched it yet, go on to our Facebook page, our business page, and check out the interview. It's a really good interview. Or you can go to our YouTube page where I'm starting to upload all our interviews. And it was a really good interview with them. I appreciate their time, and their energy that they brought to Faika. If you have any, they're trying to reach out to a lot of PI kids, and they're saying they live in a predominantly white area, and that the brown kids that are there are drawn to them just because they're seeing someone that looks like them in the school system. And so we were telling them that they never know how many people are watching them or paying attention to them, and to see someone that looks like them or a brown person in the school system in a predominantly white area is huge for that kid. Huge for them to see someone that looks like them. So they've been helping PI kids, actually all kids, but the Hispanic kids and the PI kids are drawn to them. So I thought that was beautiful. I think that's amazing, the job that they're doing there. So big kudos out to them. Thank you so much for your work.
You can really tell how they would hold the attention in a classroom. Very engaging. Inspirational when they speak.
Right.
As we were doing the interview, I was thinking of all the great teachers that I've had, and a lot of the same characteristics. You know what I mean? Like you want to hear what they have to say. You look up to them. They're funny. You know what I mean? Like all those things when you have great teachers and great, really role models.
Right.
There's something about them that makes you want to listen when they speak, that makes you want to understand what they're trying to tell you.
Yeah, it's awesome. So thank you so much to Katarina and Elizabeth for their time. And then we were asked, so Essence of Mana, can you put their flyer up? Essence of Mana, they have a Talanoa Tuesday, which is every Tuesday from 7 p.m. to however long they go. And so it's hosted by Nani Wilson and Lulu and Anthony Chen. They are with Asian American Recovery Services, and their program there, Essence of Mana, they are doing a Survivor series. And so they asked us to come on to be a guest, and they interviewed us, so that was different.
That was interesting.
And so they asked us to come on. Go check out the interview on the Essence of Mana Facebook page. You'll see our interview there that we had on Tuesday. It was very emotional for me and for you, and we talked about taboo topics, and just shared how we started, how PBD started, how we started Faika podcast. We spoke about Carl's whole adoption journey, and then we spoke about molestation. So I was molested when I was 9 years old, and I spoke about my journey and the information that I shared.
Talked about cancer. Our road with cancer, and how we found out, and what we're doing, and how we're doing. So I encourage you to check out the Essence of Mana Facebook page. Carl and I don't know, did you want to touch on anything? Or if there was a piece of that you felt, because there were tears shed on both ends, on my part and Naki's part, and on Sister Nani's part. But if there was a piece that touched you the most, was there? What would you say that was on Tuesday?
I think we don't realize that Pacific Islanders that are sexually or molested as a child, that in some families, the whole family participates in keeping the secret and trying not to embarrass the family, or trying not to, they hide it, which it fucks the kid up so bad. Not only were they molested, and now they're, basically the family is violating them again by not protecting them. Betrayed twice. There you go. And usually people kids that are molested, they're molested by people they know. It's never a stranger. We always talk about stranger danger. We always talk about be careful of strangers. And most kids that are molested by people that they know
or trust. They know and trust them,
right? And family members. So we need to protect our kids and speak up. And this needs to stop. I think it's crazy that we still do this, and I think our culture makes it a shameful thing. And you really fuck the kid up when you don't stand up for them. So I think that. My thing with Sister Manufo, who was watching, wrote that, it's a shame that families keep it a secret and they don't, they try to hide it.
Right.
Yeah. That is a shameful thing. So
I remember that journey to empowerment. We were talking about it, and it was 2 or 3 years ago, but the question came up, from an adult male that said, well, what can I do? What can I do to support that? And, I think the big piece is, don't be one of those. If everybody takes that responsibility, that would be huge. But I think the bigger thing is, to your point, is if you are seen as somebody that somebody can talk to, if you're a coach that the kids trust, they might tell you about trauma that's happened to them, because they don't feel like they can go to their family. If you're a teacher that is an open book and people look up to you, that might give somebody some comfort or some level of hey, I can go talk to that teacher. So I think that's a piece of it, right?
Yeah.
So try to be that person that somebody could come to and talk to if they had that kind of problem, because they might not be able to go to their family, because like you said, stranger danger is an issue. Like, that does happen, but far less than it does with family members or friends of the family. Those are by far the vast majority of people that are molesting people, are other family or friends of the family.
Yeah, I read somewhere that it sticks to me is, be that person that your 9-year-old self needed. So that I was 9 years old, so I always think that I always think that I want to be the person
that you needed,
that I needed. So I talk to my girls, and my girls know they can talk to me about anything and everything, and that if they need to talk, if not me, then tell somebody, but I really want them to tell me because I need to get them help, and not help, but just talk it out. Talking, and one of the big things that we mentioned was talking about it is so freeing, and talking to your best friend or your sister or your mother or whoever you need to talk to can help you. Just talking about it is like 100% so freeing. So
It's a good example of just us last Tuesday, right? We talked about it. Did you feel better on Wednesday? Did you feel like exhausted? But I'm glad we talked about it.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So no, I'm always glad that we talk about it.
Years later, it still helps to talk about it.
Right,
You know,
right.
it's almost like when we got done with that, I was thinking, man, I need to, continually do this. I talked about that with, about my adoption.
Yes.
There's feelings of shame that I had, and I dealt with that. I worked through it. And then, later when I talk about it, it still feels good. It still feels good to talk about it. And I think that that's one of the things that hopefully we can, as a community, get better at, because if you don't deal with your feelings are going to deal with you.
Right. And it shows up in other ways.
Right.
Right.
It's going to manifest if you try to bury feelings buried feelings never die.
Right.
And if you bury them, they're going to come out in your life. They're going to manifest themselves in ways that aren't healthy, in alcoholism, in violence, in promiscuity.
Right.
It's going to manifest itself in some way if you don't deal with those. And you can control that, but you need to get your arms around it. And first part about that, the beginning to healing, is talking about it.
Is there anything that you forgot to mention on Tuesday that you like to? I don't know. Is there anything that you missed on Tuesday that you can think, like afterwards you were like, I didn't say this or I didn't do that?
I think there was. I don't remember. I still don't remember.
Yeah. No, I just, if you know someone or you are that person that has been molested or touched or any way that makes you uncomfortable, that somebody touched you or said something to you, it's not right. So no is a good, and if you have to shout no matter where you are, that helps. And if you need any kind of help or you need to talk to someone, go ahead and reach out to us, hit us in our messenger or send us an email to the Faika podcast at polybydesign.com. And we can try to direct you to help, or if you just need to talk. But yeah, that's what we did.
That's a powerful show. I'm looking forward to next Tuesday. I don't know who the guest is on the Survivor Series for Essence of Mana, their Talanoa Tuesday.
Yes.
But I meant that last week when I said I can't wait for next week, because I'm watching that whole series.
Yes. So go check out Talanoa Tuesday, Essence of Mana's Facebook page. They go live via Zoom, and then go check out our interview. We shared a lot more than we thought we were going to share, and me, I'm a crying babbling fool, so I was crying all over the place. And so check it out. It was a really good interview, and they did a great job. And Lulu, Anthony, and Nani, Asian American Recovery Services. So thank you.
I'm not gonna showbiz that show, but I will say that Sister Naki tells a story, and she tells a story that I've heard her tell and seen her tell. It brings tears to her eyes every time she tells it. And it is so brave to relive that experience every time she gets a chance, so that maybe somebody out there hears her. This is what she's explained to me when I've told her that, of how proud I am of her for going through that willingly. Every time she gets the stage, every time she gets the platform, she tells this story. She cries her eyes out every time, but she does it so that there may be that 9-year-old that she needed, that sees her or hears her story and is able to get help. So I'm sure I'll hear that story and see that story told many more times by Naki. I'm touched every time, and I think that the emotional strength that it takes to go through that. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Okay. I cry all the time, but I I tell it because I know there's someone, and as crazy as it sounds, in 2020, this shit is still going on. And so all the time I tell it, somebody reaches out to me and tells me that it happened to them. So let's cut this shit out, motherfuckers, and let's cut this shit out, and let's be good human beings. And,
Talanoa Tuesday.
Right,
Is
so-
it Essence of Mana's page, or is it our
Essence of
okay.
Mana's page,
Gotcha.
Talanoa Tuesday. I love that group there. I first spoke at Journey to Empowerment, but please go check out that interview. It was a crazy, emotional. We gave everything in that. I think we told everything that we could. About our journey with cancer, with being adopted, being molested. And so, and people were kind of reaching out to me going, oh my God, I didn't know, And of course you don't know. I don't wear a shirt that says that, but I tell the story over and over again so that if somebody's listening and they need help, they know that they're not alone. Journey with PBD. Oh yes, that's
We did talk about how PBD was founded,
right.
The Faika podcast, the kind of what the difference is between what it is today and what it is when we created it. So a lot of our journey together and then our individual journeys. Great interview. Shout out to Lulu and Sister Nani and Anthony for putting that on. I was tired. I was exhausted when I got done. I know
Me
you
too.
were.
I was
but I'm glad we got to tell our
exhausted.
story.
Yes. Cree. Love you, Cree. She says,
you, Cree.
Cree, why are you
What
tearing
part
up?
of the world? What part of the world is she in?
Sister Cree, we did an interview with Essence of Mana on Tuesday, Talanoa Tuesday. It was a survivor series where we spoke about our cancer, Carl being adopted. We talked about being molested, and so I was just we were just telling that story. So go check out that interview, Essence of Mana Facebook page. Lily, good morning, Lily.
Good morning,
Happy
sister.
belated birthday. Tammy, love you, Tammy. We're getting tons of hearts. So thank you everyone for tuning in. If we can ask you to share this podcast. So we shared a lot of good information this morning. So we just want you to inform your family, to inform your friends, and we've got tons and tons and tons of great information. So we're asking you to share. Are we?
This week on Thursday. I'm not sure which day. I know the date. I don't know which day of the week it was. My wife and I always joke with each other about this because each of us forget. So we both forgot our anniversary. And my mom actually called Nicole and told Nicole, hey, happy anniversary. So that led to, it was Friday. That led to my wife, Nicole, sending me a text message that says, I win this year, because whoever actually is the first one to say it, because we forget every year.
Yeah.
She said, I win this year. So my own mom, sunk my ship this year. I lost this year to my wife. She wished me
Thank you, Auntie Dot.
happy anniversary first. Because, I got the message from her. I was actually going through treatment on Friday when all that shenanigans was going on. So with that, I'm going to wish my wife, Nicole, a happy anniversary. A lot of people, I remember my dad telling me when I was young that there's really two reasons why a man gets straightened out from most men are destructive in nature, risky in nature, for whatever reasons. And he said that the reason a man gets straightened out is one of two reasons: one, God, or two, a woman. And the man I am today is not the man I was when I met my wife.
Thank God.
In 92.
Thank you, Jesus.
And, I wrote this on Facebook that she showed me I can do things the right way and still have nice things. And there's a lot of different meanings to me saying that. But in the end, she changed my life for the better. Of course, we have our triplets. We have an amazing family too. But she is the reason my life is what it is today. So thank you, Nicole, and happy anniversary.
Yay, Sister Nick. Poor Nick. She has put up with you all this time.
I'm going to edit that out.
Thank you, sister. we praise your name, sister. Happy anniversary. So Yvette's giving hearts of Nicole. I think is that it? Because we're after 11 and we don't have another song. So
let's see. My Sister's House is a nonprofit organization in the Sacramento region that for almost 20 years has been dedicated to serving Asian Pacific Islanders and other underserved women and children impacted by domestic violence, sexual assault, and human trafficking. COVID-19 has left many domestic violence survivors isolated without any way of learning that help is available to them. Their 24/7 multilingual crisis line is 916-428-3271. Once again, that's 916-428-3271. And that is the easiest and fastest way to get to them to ask for help or questions.
We also, what? Oh, we have another song? Oh, we have another song. So I pause. And then our next song. We have another song. I just didn't know that. I thought we were done. Why do we have another song is my question. Okay. Our very own, are we doing Neil? Yes. Our very own Neil Veva presents Hot Siva. Hot Siva every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday morning at 9 a.m. California time. Follow the Neo Show Facebook page for low impact stretching and aerobics to Pacific Islander music. And he does this thing called tapping. Go check it out because it's, oh my God, it's so amazing. And you can do it from your very own home. Linda said, I saw your post, Carl. You are a poet. Happy Annie.
Oh, thank you, sister.
So follow Neo Veva on all social media outlets, The Neo Show on Instagram and Facebook. Check out Hot Siva every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. And then our...
Do we have anything when we come back? Or
no, we don't have anything when we come back. We're done.
We're good.
Wait. We got something else. I did the Neo Show. What else were we talking about? Oh, we also, one of our Faika shows on the weekday, we had the creator of the Mato Samoan language app, William Fanene. You can follow him on Instagram, and his app is really, really good. So also, if you're trying to learn the Samoan language, go upload or download the Mato Samoan language app, MATOU. Do you have the thingy up? Yeah, so it looks like this. Go check it out. It's a really, really good app. Follow William on Instagram is where he's doing a lot of his teaching. He teaches you a word every day and breaks it down, how, why we use it, and so check out William Fanene on Instagram and Facebook. The Mato Samoan language application. I think we're done now. Okay. Go ahead, Carl.
Okay. We hope you have a blessed rest of your Sunday. We love sharing this space with you every Sunday morning. Don't forget us in the middle of the week. On Tuesday, our guest is
Tama.
Oh, our guest is Tama, Pastor Fa'aleava. He's the one that helped us sound out our vowels. So we will be thanking Tama on Tuesday, seeing what's in his future. And so, join us on Tuesday. That will be at 5. Is that correct? 5 p.m.?
5 p.m.
Yep. So
yes, and he teaches a Samoan class every Thursday, but it's now he's off now until mid-July, end of July, August.
Sure, but he's going to give us information on when that's going to pick back up.
Tune in Tuesday to our interview with Pastor Fa'aleava to get all the great information. Thank you for tuning in this morning. We're asking you to share the podcast. We've given you a lot of great information, and we just want to make sure that you and your family get the information that they need. Please follow us on all social media outlets. Go download our Faika app. I'm starting to upload. Carl and I are starting to upload old shows that we did at FCC Free Radio. So I'm slowly getting to that and uploading it to our app. So go download the app. Tune in every Sunday at 10 a.m. We're right here on Facebook. And then special shout out to our producer, Timena, following our visuals. Have a great week, and we'll check in with you next Sunday. Come back to FICA.